After a hazy, drunken night with Cameron, Brenda entered the kitchen and found Cameron getting a drink from the refrigerator. She was glad he hadn't noticed her. Trying her hardest to steady her heartbeat, she coughed politely. Ahem. How was your run?
Good, thank you.
Brenda watched him climb the staircase and leave, her bright smile fading. His response surprised her. Perhaps last night was just a dream.
How was the chicken soup Mr. Kent asked me to prepare for you? Did it help?
Cameron asked you to prepare it for me, Miss Lynn?
Yes, Mr. Kent said last night that you were very drunk and that only chicken soup would help.
Oh, okay. Half an hour later, Cameron had finished his shower and gone downstairs. Brenda was having breakfast with Silas. Hi, come and have breakfast. Cameron stood and looked at her, unable to respond. Never before had he seen such a beautiful woman. With a struggle, he made his face look cold and uncaring, and then he glared at her. Come sit. Miss Lynn has made some delicious pancakes. You should try them.
Okay.
They're good, aren't they?
They're all right.
Silas had listened to their whole exchange in silence. He had no idea why they were behaving so strangely, but he knew better than to ask. Eat up, Silas. Once they had finished eating, Brenda stood up and began to clear the table.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Are you going to explain what happened last night?
I, drank too much. I don't remember much else. Did I do anything embarrassing?
Don't you remember?
No, I don't recall anything.
You really don't remember?
Really?
Then it looks like I'll have to help you remember. In my own way.
It's getting late. I'm going to work. Brenda jumped up and ran upstairs. Cameron had forgotten Silas was even in the room. He quickly pulled himself together and ruffled the young boy's hair.
Go upstairs and play.
Brenda was a few minutes late when she arrived at work. She ran through the lobby, hoping no one would notice her disheveled look and poor timekeeping. She bumps into Harry, her phone clattering to the floor loudly.
Are you okay?
Sorry, I didn't see you. I'm late. That's the problem.
It's fine. Where's Cameron?
He's on his way. We try not to travel together. It's too obvious if we do. As Harry handed her phone back to her, he noticed a slight bruise on Brenda's wrist.
I understand. The elevator's here. Why don't you take it, and I'll wait for Cameron.
The first thing Brenda did when she reached her office was pour herself a large coffee. She had to walk past Susie's desk to get to her own. Seeing Brenda approach, she turned to Laura, who was sitting nearby at her own desk.
Laura, did you know? Some people have no morals. Not content with being married to one of the Kent family, they feel they need to ingratiate themselves with his brother, too.
Really? I'm not surprised. Some people are shameless.
She didn't even try to conceal her intentions. She pretended to fall over in front of Harry purely so she could strike up a conversation. She doesn't even care if her husband finds out.
That's just selfish. Why should she hug all the eligible men in the city? She should be more generous and share them.
Not that I'd stand a chance. If the Kent family only go for women like her, I won't get a look in. I'm much too upstanding a citizen for them.
The two women had deliberately spoken as loudly as they could. Brenda stood in the middle of the office, red-faced with shame. In one swift movement, she poured the cup of boiling coffee out of the tilted cup and straight onto Susie's freshly painted nails. Harry followed Cameron into his office. He knew Cameron had been single for a long time before he married Brenda. Surely, after a night of passion, he should have strode into the office with a big grin on his face. But Cameron didn't look satisfied at all.
Cameron, are you in a bad mood?
What's the matter, Harry?
I was told to come here, didn't you know? By the way, did you and Brenda, last night?
Do you want to die?
Good. You're both here early. That's what I like about men with no sex lives. They've got nothing better to do.
Mr. Kent, I'm so sorry. I tried to stop him, but...
I know. It's not your fault. Could you get us some coffee?
I understand you have something to tell us.
Yes, I do. I've found out that a certain friend of ours, who isn't cooperating with us, might have an Achilles heel after all. I found out he has a 10-year-old daughter, and she's the apple of his eye. You should have seen the look on his face when I showed him the photograph I have of her. His expression changed, I can tell you that much.
Get to the point.
I know who hired those people to kidnap Silas.
Stephen sat at his desk, lost in thought. He had been on edge ever since his people failed to get Silas. To make matters worse, one of them had gone missing, and Stephen suspected that Cameron was behind it.
Mr. Kent, Martin and Cameron are here to see you.
Stephen's heart started pounding. He knew what the unannounced visit meant, and he didn't want to face it. Cameron pushed open the door and strode in.
Cameron, what are you doing here?
I think you know why I'm here. You've crossed the line, Steven. You've kidnapped and attempted to murder someone, and now you're going to pay for it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't kidnap anyone, and neither did I try to kill anyone.
You expect me to believe that?
We've got one of your men, and he's told us everything.
I just missed Silas, so I asked someone to bring him home so that I could see him. I'd never meant to hurt him.
It's too late for excuses, Steven. You're going to have to face the music. With the help of Kent Enterprises' legal team, you'll go to trial, charged with attempted kidnapping and murder.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm here to inform you that I now own 51% of Diamond Enterprises shares and have replaced you as the biggest shareholder. I'll be appointing someone as company president in 2 days, so you need to vacate this office immediately.
What? When did you get 51% of the shares?
Luca?
This is proof that Cameron owns the shares. You can take a look at it and see for yourself.
Cameron, I'm telling you that I'll die before I move out of this place.
We don't need you to die. When you go to jail for kidnapping and attempted murder, you'll be gone anyway.
Cameron, I know I was wrong. It was me who let you down. I shouldn't have involved the child. It was my fault, and I apologize to you. But Diamond Enterprises represents 10 years of my hard work. Please, let me off just this once. I'm your brother.
When you asked people to kidnap Silas, you didn't think about me as your brother. But I want to know who sent those people to you.
They were just a few hooligans that I randomly found on the street.
It seems like you don't want to keep Diamond Enterprises.
Don't leave. I'll talk. I'll tell you the truth.
You'd better start talking now. I want to know everything.
It's the Zimmer family.
Robert Zimmer?
That son of a...
Calm down, Martin. I know exactly what to do. He doesn't know what's coming for him.
If Steven's information is true, then Cameron surely will not spare Robert Zimmer, because this is not the first time that Robert tried to harm his family. But is Steven speaking the truth? Will Cameron do something drastic this time?
From the folks who brought you stories of Emma, Robert, Eric, Natalie, Bryce, James, Emily, Cameron, Brenda, and more. Wish you a love like a fairy tale. Happy Valentine's Day, Pockethead.
Hi, Brenda here. Hope you are loving Love Bargain. Keep following us as we release a new episode of Season 1 daily on YouTube. You can jump the queue and unlock all seasons of the audio series by installing the Pocket FM app now. Just click on the link in the description. To watch the next episode of Season 1, tap here, and to watch the full Season 1, click on the playlist.